West. Oh, the voices come together, a podcast so fine, telling tales of yesterday, crossing every line, with a jazzy kind of rhythm and a spark in their quest. It's the best in the West, we must confess. Late nights cramming or dreaming so tall, echoing footsteps down the old school hall. Friendships carved in stone stand the test of time, like the beat of a heart in sync and rhyme. Oh, the voices come together, a podcast so fine, telling tales of yesterday, crossing every line, with a jazzy kind of rhythm and a spark in their quest. It's the best in the West, we must confess. Time moves along, but the stories stay bright. Threads of laughter weave the day and night. Normandie's echoes beat strong in our chest. Forever we're tied to the best in the West. Oh, the voices come together, a podcast so fine, telling tales of yesterday, crossing every line, with a jazzy kind of rhythm and a spark in their quest. It's the best in the West, we must confess. We must confess. Normandie's echoes beat strong in our chest. Forever we're tied to the best in the West.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mr. Riley coming to you live from the West Coast, the best coast, the West Side. I am your host, Mr. James Riley, class of 1980. That's right, way back in the day. One of the original 53 students of the wonderful, illustrious Normandie Christian School. What's up, everyone? Man, we got a special dude in the house tonight. And first of all, before we talk about the dude who's in the house tonight, man, super excited because I think we worked out our technology situation. So we should be broadcasting in two different places. Everyone say two places. We're broadcasting in two different places tonight. On YouTube, yes, sir. We finally worked out the kinks. We figured out the situation. So now we're able to go live on YouTube. And we're also live in the Facebook NCS group. But let me tell you, if you're watching on the Facebook group, you might want to come over here to the YouTube station because this is where you can engage with us and type in the chat and all that kind of good stuff. So just a word to the wise. And I will keep reminding folks, if they're watching on YouTube, to come on over. I'm sorry, if they're watching on Facebook, to come on over to YouTube. We're a little bit more interactive over here. I still need to fix the comments situation on Facebook, but for right now, and hey, if you want to watch on Facebook, that's fine. Not a problem. We just won't be able to post your comments like this right here. Let me go to my comment section right here. Booyah. And then, oh, that's my dude right there. Hold on. Don't say nothing yet, Mr. Robinson. So my man Daryl says, hey, the sound is good. We're going to come back and give my man a proper introduction tonight. So, hey, welcome to the show. And like I said, NCS Best in the West podcast. And so, man, we've asked this young man to come on a couple of months ago. And something fell through. Maybe a fire popped up here and there. Not too sure. But he was unable to come through. And he specifically wanted to join us in studio. So, when Darren's like, hey, El Presidente, he was like, man, he neglected to tell me today that he was coming from Lancaster. So that's a while. That's a long drive, especially in LA traffic. And so thank you guys for being here. Let's go ahead and dig into the comments real quick before we go live. We see someone, Tamara Blue. She says, hey, she's throwing some love right there. So I can even pop in my comments right there. Thank you for joining us. We got Let's Sonic, Conic. Thank you. She says fire. Absolutely. And then I'll put in a couple of things. Hey, just go ahead and share the link if you can. If you know a loved one who attended NCS, or if you know our guest and you want to share just a little bit of his love, give him some shine tonight, you can go ahead and do this. We dropped the live video for YouTube in the comments. So if you want to copy that and send it to your best friend. And then to Tamara, she was just saying, Tamara Blue, she was just saying, man, that's a long drive in LA traffic. Yes, it is. My man over here said, yes, sir. A1, definitely. And then my friend Daryl, who's here in studio, what's up, Daryl Thomas? He says, hey, the sound sounds good. All right, so let's go ahead. Jeremiah says, my guy. Are you talking about me, Jeremiah? You talking about my guest tonight. And then Erwin, who was a former NCS student, he was here, and he was just saying, man, YouTube is dope like the green room. Absolutely. Oh, gosh. Right now, well, yeah, Aaron was in the green room, but actually, no, he didn't experience the green room. He will experience, the green room in a few minutes. And Lexiconic said, let's get it, Aaron. So let's go ahead and introduce the dude who drove all the way from Lancaster, California, at least 2 hours, but it took him a little bit more than 2 hours because that LA traffic said something else. Let's welcome to the show, Mr. Aaron Robinson. I'm trying to get my sound effects here. Let me see. Here we go. You couldn't hear that. All right, you see. Can we get it going? Can we get it going? Hold on. Okay, I heard it a little bit, but if I turn it up too much, we're gonna receive some echo. But what's going on, Aaron? What's happening, man? Thank you for being here, sir.
Man.
Hey, I'm doing great. Go ahead and speak into that mic a little bit, man. Go ahead and greet the folks, man. You got some fans, dude. What's up with that?
Do I?
You got Miss Parker watching. She says, right. Hey, Aaron, it's Miss Parker.
Hey, Miss Parker.
And then my man said, on a mission for a good podcast.
Most definitely.
I see it, man. Absolutely, man. Listen, we trying to bring some notoriety to the NCS fam, and so all of us are alum, like I said. So thank you for being here,
no
Olivia Hollins. She says, "Hey, Aaron."
What's going on?
Tamara Blue. She's giving up all kind of fire emojis.
Appreciate it.
And then Erwin Woodard says, "At Tamara, Normandie Christian School." So that's up. Hey, thank you guys for being here, man. Let's go ahead and get it. Tell the people about yourself a little bit, sir. Let's go ahead and give you a little shine. Tell the people who you are, and we'll get started. Cause I got a whole bunch of. I'm wanting to know the details of how you wound up at Normandie Christian School. But go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
That's funny that you asked that question because I just asked my mom that specific question, like, how did you find Normandy? Like, what was the whole thing about that? But no, she just pretty much did her research because she wanted me to go to a good school. That was her main objective, me going to a good Christian school, and she felt that Normandy was a good school for me to go to.
Okay,
but
now tell the people who you are, though, man. Okay. Go ahead. Yeah, we're going to get into that. Tell the people who you are.
I'm Aaron Robinson. I'm 36 years old. I know I don't look like it. I look like a little baby. I get that a lot. I can say I'm multi-talented in a whole bunch of things. Fire department. I like to cook. I coach track. I coach for the Lancaster Running Rebels in Lancaster, California. I don't.
That's it?
I mean, I don't know.
Man,
you gotta
okay.
ask me questions.
Okay, listen, man.
I'm like an open book. So
Okay.
you ask questions and I shall answer.
Absolutely, because podcasts, you gotta be a little verbose. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
You gotta want to talk a little bit. So let's, I'm gonna have to pull some questions, some answers out to you. So
For sure.
I got my questions here, man. So first of all, again, welcome to the show. It's an honor to have you here. Let's take it back to where it all started. NCS. What is one of the first memories that comes to mind when you think about that wonderful educational institution?
Probably going to chapel. That was the first thing that we did before we started school. Yeah, chapel was different, but it's something I got used to quickly. But I enjoyed that a lot. Started in 1994. 1994. Miss Davis class. I was there for kindergarten, first grade. I was there for a little bit of second grade, and then I left for a little bit. Then I went to Inglewood Christian School for a little bit. And I just wanted to come back and graduate with my friends. And then I ended up coming back in 2001 to graduate with that class of 2001.
Okay, so who were some of your running buddies at NCS? So you came there you was hanging out for a little bit, then you had to pack up and move away to Inglewood Christian. Boo, boo. But then you came back. No, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm not gonna shade Inglewood. I mean, it was probably a dope school. Now
it was.
Okay.
A couple of my friends is watching this, so that's why I have to laugh.
Okay, cool.
It's cool though.
So what was the difference between Normandie Christian School and Inglewood Christian School?
Whew, that's a tough one. They both was real family oriented. But Normandie, I don't know. I guess because it was just a little bit smaller, the teachers was able to give us more attention, just more, direct guidance and focus. But at Normandie, I had a couple of little homies that I could say that we were real close. Brandon Smith, that comes first to mind. That was one of my very close friends at Normandie. Elgin Fryson. It's crazy how I remember all these people's names. David Lane. Kenneth Patton, Remington. There's so many to name. Cause I really remember like it was yesterday, to be honest. Cause even recently, not too recently, Darren, he let me just go around Normandy by myself. It was kind of sad at the same time, just not the same atmosphere that I left, but at the same time, that's why I'm here, because I want to bring awareness to Normandy. But I got a chance to go into all my old classrooms. I went in my old kindergarten class where Miss Davis taught me, brought back so many memories. Went into Miss Parker's classroom, same thing. But when I went to Miss Jackson's class, that's what really got me, because it was just like, wow, so much has changed so quick. Like, where did time go?
Absolutely. So here, I wanted to ask you, since you kind of talked about some of your classmates while you were there at NCS, some of your teachers, and you've kind of gone down that path on your own. So I wanted to officially ask, man, who were some of your favorite teachers while you were there? And you kind of talked about, just walking around and being a little bit nostalgic. So just go ahead and shout out some of those folks who had a major influence in your life.
Oh, most definitely. We're gonna start off with my kindergarten teacher, Miss Davis. I have him right here on this pen right here. I call this the NCS Legends pen. There's a couple of people that I'm forgetting, so forgive me. But Miss Davis, for sure. Miss Parker, Miss Henderson she wasn't my teacher, but she was my tutor. Like, I have countless stories on Miss Henderson, but she literally she was my tutor for a cool minute. Got close with her family, Teresa, Valerie, and Miranda. Sometimes she did tutoring at the church that she attended, and then sometimes I went to her house for tutoring.
Okay, so and you also kind of shout
I
out.
can't forget about Miss Jackson. I forgot about her.
Oh, you can't. Yeah, absolutely.
Miss Jackson, rest in peace.
Absolutely.
Miss Jackson, that was definitely. I could say she was definitely my favorite because she ordered me food all the time. So yeah.
So they had Uber Eats. They had Uber Eats back then.
We had Uber Eats before Uber Eats even began, for sure.
That's what's up.
Yes.
That's what's up. Okay. So when did you graduate? When did you move on from NCS? So you said you were there for a little bit. You went to Inglewood Christian School and you came back. When did you ultimately graduate from NCS? And you should have graduated as a sixth grader, correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
I graduated in 2001.
Man.
Yeah.
2001. That's when I had my first kid.
Wow.
So that was, because I know how old he is. He's 24.
Okay.
So yeah, that was about 24 years ago, man. A quarter of a century, man. So that's super dope. That's super dope that you were able to do that, and be influenced by some wonderful people. And we're going to come back to that badge that you're wearing on your shirt. Okay. But a couple of things you talked about NCS, and you talked about chapel was one of your favorite things. Were there any other activities that you can remember that kind of made an impact on your life as well, besides just chapel?
Well, I did a couple of things at Normandie, to be honest. I played football for the Normandie Saints.
Of course. Legendary.
Legendary. I was a stepper. I stepped a little bit. That started the year before. Yeah, that started in 01 before I graduated. I was like one of the first steppers that Normandie had in my class. What else? I mean, I love going to the cafeteria. I love them. I love going up there. I'm not gonna lie.
No, cafeteria was super dope. So let me ask you, because I was there in '80,
okay.
right? You down the line a little bit, and you graduate. And, you were there, came back. Did you guys still have hot dog day on Fridays?
As I remember, yes, with crinkle fries.
Crinkle fries. Mm-hmm. See, we didn't have crinkle fries. We just have
milk.
So you really had the BGs, huh? Crinkle fries, hot dog, and some milk.
I was a spoiled brat, though. I'm not gonna lie. My mom, she's watching this. Hi, Mom.
Who's your mom?
Faith.
Faith.
She used to volunteer a whole lot at Normandie. She used to help out Miss Davis and Miss Parker. I was called a teacher's pet, literally all the time when I was at Normandie.
Okay.
But back to the being spoiled part, my mom, she would bring me food to school. So sometimes I ate what they had, and sometimes my mom would bring me food. So, okay. Yeah. But the food was good for the most part. I'm not gonna lie.
Absolutely. So let me go back to your hot dog, man. What was your favorite? I mean, because I always ask this question of everyone when they come on the show. Mm-hmm. Did you like the number one? I think that was only ketchup. And then you had 2 was like, forget the names or the numbers. What did you like on your hot dog back in the day?
Ketchup, relish, and mustard.
There you go. Okay, so that was like a number 3, I believe. That was number 3 because you had all 3 of them right there. Yep. So that was super dope, super dope. Okay, any other NCS activity that you remember that you kind of enjoyed?
Career day, that was always awesome.
Yeah, that was always a big hit.
Then I forgot what the little event that we used to have. Like the chapel used to just be like packed to capacity. Like, I mean, people in the bleed at the top as well.
In the balcony?
In the balcony, yeah. I'm trying to remember what event that was. I didn't get time to ask Miss Parker, but yeah, it was like I would want to consider it like a little something for Normandie because we sung Dear Normandie during that time. So I believe it was like probably an anniversary event for the school that we probably were having at the time.
Okay. Now let me ask you, because you just started singing Dear Normandy, Oh Normandy, Dear Normandy. Mm-hmm. Do you know the next few bars?
I mean, I kind of remember it.
Okay, let's go for it. Let's see if Oh Normandy.
Well, I don't know. Well, hold on. I don't know if your song and my song is still the same.
It's the same, bruh.
Dear Normandie, something. I just know it's off of a Christmas song.
Absolutely.
It's off of a Christmas carol.
Something like We Love You, Dear, or Norman.
We Love You, Dear, yeah.
See, there you go.
Definitely came after that.
Okay. Hey, you know what, Aaron, what we gonna do? We gonna stop right here. Because I ain't a singer. Well, I am, but I ain't got bars. So
yeah, I got you.
Okay, who was the principal when you were there at NCS?
Mr. Walker.
Oh, Mr. Walker was super dope.
Yes, he was.
Nice guy. Did you have any run-ins with the? I used to call it in my house Mr. Black, but I'm sure just the paddle. Did you run into any situations with
My
Mr.
mother
Walker
was
in
the paddle. My mother was the paddle, so I didn't have to worry about that. Yeah, my mother was the intimidation for it. We didn't have to really worry about that. All you got to tell me is, hey, we're going to call your mama if you act up. And yep.
And that was your get right.
That was it for sure.
Man, listen, we need more kids like that. I'm a teacher by trade, so we need more. They be like, you going to call my mama? So call my mama. We be like, oh, dang.
Yeah, these kids nowadays, they'll call their parents for you for sure. Me, I didn't have no phone, so yeah, I wouldn't even dare to say I'll call my mom.
Yeah, absolutely. So, my next question about, because we're going to talk about, your being a firefighter and being known as Flash, but do you still keep in contact with some of the folks that you went to NCS with?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I talked to a couple of people still.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right. You seem kind of squeamish about mentioning names.
It's just like some folks, we talk for a minute and then they just disappear and go ghost on me.
Got you.
Everybody's adults and they live in life, so it's understandable.
Yeah. How do you feel about NCS and really shaping the person that you are today?
I believe that's my foundation, really, because that's literally how I started. Even with my faith in God, and they have a strong thing to do with that for sure. But yeah, Normandy started a great foundation for me. I use those things that I learned in my day life now as a 36-year-old. I have a 13-year-old daughter. But yeah, most definitely.
Now, let me ask you, if NCS was around, and I commonly ask this to the guests who have children, if NCS was still around, would you send your child there to get their education?
Most definitely.
Okay. That speaks volumes. Speaks volumes because, it was a super dope place. I was a member there at the church.
Okay.
So for me, it was like, okay, 5 days a week, I'm at NCS Monday through Friday.
Well, you go there on Sunday for church.
Went there for Sundays for church. And then also on Saturdays, they had youth group from like 2 to 4. Right. So when you talk about being at a building or in a place, 24/7, 365. Well, I wasn't there 24/7, but that was definitely sometimes I was there 365 days out of the year, right? Because going to the church and going to the school, just made that happen.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about a little bit, man, becoming Flash, the firefighter.
Flash.
Now, you know what? Actually,
because Flash and the firefighter are two different things. Flash came about for me running track.
Okay.
Yeah.
But even before that, man, I'm trying to get my chords together. Mm-hmm. Even before that, Darren El Presidente, he sent me some pictures, man. So let me, I don't think these are going to embarrass you.
No, it's cool.
But I think they're cool pictures, though. All right, so let's take a look, all right? So we got this one right here. Right? And those are some of your classmates that you talked about. And I think it says class of 20,
that should
20.
Be
Class of 2000, 2001, right?
Yeah, that's my 6th grade year, yep.
6th grade year. Now, where are you on this photo?
I should be the one with the braces cheesing.
You know what? I was
with
looking.
The glasses.
Like the Urkel.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. The glasses hasn't changed. 36 years old, I'm still wearing glasses.
You still rocking them? Absolutely.
Rocking them.
Absolutely. Okay, so then I also have this one. We have two of you as a kid looking funky fresh. So we got that one
Mom's
and that one right there.
Fresh to death. Shout out to Moms.
There you go. And you know what? I'm looking at you now, man. You really haven't deviated from that look. You haven't changed too much, Aaron.
Yeah, no, not really at all.
Yeah.
I'm aging like how they say? Like
fine wine?
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Shout out to the genes though. Shout out to my Belizean and Jamaican genes because it's helping for sure.
Absolutely. Okay, so what part of Belize are you familiar with or from?
Well, my mom, she's from Belize City.
Belize City. Okay. And the
my,
Jamaica part?
My dad, he's from Kingston, Jamaica.
Kingston. Yeah. Both of those places have a special place in my heart. My wife and I, we frequent Belize. We love Belize. Been to San Pedro. We've been to Key Hawker.
Okay.
I mean, just
been to the capital, Belmopan?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
But there's some other places we want to go and check out, like Placentia.
Okay, yeah.
And a few others. But yeah. So that's cool. All right. That's
dope location to go to.
Okay. Yeah. We love. Oh man, what is? I'm trying to think of one of our favorite foods.
In Belize or Jamaica?
In Belize, man. Oh man, I can't even think. No. I can't think. But it's okay. We could talk. We could talk in the green room after the show. All right. So that's you look handsome dude, man. You got the glasses on. You look educated. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
Doing your thing. All right. So I don't want to show that one just yet. All right. So let's come back to some of these pictures in a moment. But we want to talk about being Flash. Now, how long did you want to be a firefighter, man? When did that love develop becoming a firefighter?
Career day at Normandie.
Okay, tell us about it.
Career day, I don't know what year. I think it was my first grade year in Miss Parker's class. It was definitely Miss Parker's class. We had so many different people come in for career day. Police, pharmacists, other teachers as well. But there was a firefighter that I remember. I don't know if it was LA City, LA County. I don't know where he's from. But yeah, he came in. He did his little presentation for us. And yeah, the rest is history. And then I also have another story I can tell you.
Go for it.
This is the honest to God truth.
I'm gonna give you a full screen on this one right here. Go for it.
So after me falling in love with the whole fire department thing, I called 911.
Oh.
Yeah. There was a video on.
Was it a joke?
No, this was not a joke. No, this is definitely not a joke. This was a VHS video. I forgot what the series was, but my mom, she bought me all types of educational stuff when I was younger. So, but yeah, back to the story. I ended up calling 911, the fire department, pretty much, coming up with this story, talking about our apartment is on fire. The whole story was fabricated and stuff. Whole squad, the whole shebang came, ladder, engine, everybody came to the house. After that, I thought I was gonna get my butt whooped, to be honest, because for one, that's trouble right there. You can't call the fire department and talk about fires and there's no fire when you arrive. So for one, I thought I was gonna get my butt whooped.
Yeah.
Thank God that didn't happen. But my mom understood at that point that being a fireman is really, really what I wanted to, pursue. I started doing ride-alongs before I started high school.
Okay.
Probably like around 8, 9 years old.
Okay. Yeah, because that was actually going to be my next step. Some of the steps that you took. So it wasn't just like, all right, I want to be a firefighter. No. It was like, nah, you were doing some ride-alongs, and so what are some of the other steps that you took to eventually become a man who, who's out there battling these blazes?
Well, besides the ride-alongs, I also had to go to school. I had to go get my associates in fire science to be able to even apply to be a firefighter. I got that at the Antelope AVC. I'm gonna call it AVC for short, but it's called Antelope Valley College. That's in the city where I live in Lancaster, California. Pretty much did that. I did EMT training, which is emergency medical technician. I have my license in that. But yeah, training was very, very hard. I had to go to the academy for 16 weeks. That was a very tedious process. In the academy, they really just try to break you pretty much to, see what you're really made of. And thank God I was able to make it out of that.
Let me ask you, what was the hardest thing in the academy that, give us an example of something that, you said they tried to break you. So what is something that they tried to break you from and maybe kind of disencouraging you to not become a firefighter in the academy?
It was probably jumping out of a high-rise building at like, I don't want to go be extra and be too much, but it's pretty high feet, probably like 40, 50 feet in the air type thing. And then there's an airbag that's down below that you have to jump down. And every time I got to the edge, I would literally stop. And
Did you think that it wasn't going to be inflated enough to hold you, or what was your
To be honest, all types of things was going through my head. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that was probably the main thing that I was like big concern. Like, okay, if I land on this thing and it pops, I'm no longer here. So at the time, my daughter, she was like 4 or 5 years old when I was going through that. So I really did that for her. I'm not gonna lie. That she was my motivation all the way through that.
Super nice. Super nice. Okay, so you said 16 weeks in the academy, because I know back in the day I tried, I think it was a thing to do. So I was already working for the county, for LA County. And, that was one of the things, for me, I'm thinking I need to make some more money.
Yeah.
Right. So I took the test. I had some firefighters, good friends. They were like, hey, here's a test, blah, blah, blah. I took the test and, your boy, let's just say I'm a teacher now. I'm not a firefighter.
Yeah.
But, that's super courageous that you went through all of those experiences during the 16 weeks, them trying to break you, trying to discourage you, because ultimately what they want to do is find out what you're made of. And so you made it through. You graduated. What was that feeling like when you graduated and you got that little, not little, I don't want to belittle the badge that they give you, but you earned the badge of being a firefighter. What was that like for you?
Just like a moment of relief and just like, whew, this is finally over. I did it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm sure you had your family and friends. You talked about your daughter. Was she super geeked about you being a firefighter, or was she just like, did she take it all in, or was she just like, all right?
She was a little baby at the time. I mean, I got pictures with her, her coming to visit me at the station. My mom, she would come and bring her sometimes to come, and when I would leave, she would be with my mom pretty much sometimes. She'd come talk to the captain, and take her around, that type of stuff.
Yeah. So how long have you been a firefighter? And then I have a follow-up question for that.
Since 2015.
2015.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then you've been around in the Los Angeles area, all the big major fires. Now, what are some of the fires that you have participated in terms of trying to distinguish these fires that pop up in LA County?
There's been a couple, to be honest. You want to talk about the worst?
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, that was that. I got a couple of questions, man. Because go ahead, tell us, inform us.
Probably the Calabasas fire. I think that popped off around 2018, 2019, something like that. I thought the world was about to end, to be honest, because the freeway was black. It was bad. That was a bad time. I'm not gonna lie. The Calabasas fire, I seen $1 million homes burn up in front of me. $1 million cars. I even seen burnt up dead bodies. So yeah. The Calabasas fire is probably like one of the worst ones that I've been on. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, for me, the Palisades fire. Recently, that was a big one too. The Palisades and the Edison.
Yes.
Now, were you a part of, distinguishing or extinguishing those fires as well?
Just helped assist the Palisades fire.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. What was that like emotionally? I know for me, even, as, all of my children went to Palisades High School, right? We didn't live in the Palisades. We live in Inglewood. But, I was just almost moved to tears at, first of all, just seeing the fires and how they just move so rapidly.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
She did just recently arrest somebody.
I saw that last night. But just, I mean, for me, it was really, really emotional. For you, are you ever emotionally attached to any of these fires that you're participating in, trying to help, whether you're taking the lead, on the front lines of the fire, or you're assisting other firefighters, put out a fire?
To be honest, in the beginning, when I started, but we were really trained not to be attached. That's like one of the major things that they teach you during academy. Learn self-attachment. I have a bad habit of using that now when I'm not even at work. But they really don't want you being attached to any type of situation or victim. Like, I didn't had victims, code on me on the way to the hospital type thing, and I mean that's a whole lot to deal with. Yeah.
Absolutely. So let me go back, being a firefighter, and I kind of want to tie a nice little picture here. What skills or lessons from NCS or your upbringing have helped you in your firefighting career?
From Normandy, or just like
from Normandy, life in general, just what, because we're talking about, the best in the West, right? You're one of the best in the West NCS has to offer. So, maybe if you can think of something that you learned at NCS to help, you become the man you are, in your current position as a firefighter.
Dedication. Dedication is definitely one thing for sure.
That's a good question.
That really is. That got me thinking. I would have thought about that one on the way in that traffic just now.
Listen. Before you got here, I was in the green room. I was on my pad and pens. Like, come on, what could? Yeah, man. Every now and again, I see. For me, as you're thinking, I'm a man of few words, right? And so for me, every now and again, I tell my friends, every now and again, what they say, even a broken clock is at least correct twice a year. Or twice in a day. Every now and again, man, I can put up a pretty good question.
Yeah, that right there. And it's just because I got so many different experiences. I got experience with Miss Davis. I got experience with Miss Parker.
Absolutely.
And then Miss Jackson.
Well, since I believe Miss Parker is watching still, and then she even commented a couple of minutes ago, she said Color Day program, Aaron. So going back to some of your favorite.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, she's right. Forgot about Color Day. Yes, definitely Color Day.
So is there anything that you learned from NCS or just growing up that is assisting you in your current position as a firefighter?
Just being, like I said, being dedicated and just staying on course with, with your goals, and like pretty much like whatever you put your mind to, you can do. I know that everybody gonna say that's like some tacky, corny thing to say, but literally that mindset I got from Normandie Christian School. Like literally, if you put your mind to it, you could do whatever you want.
Yeah. For me, I'm always, and I'm going back to the scripture, Philippians 4:13, for I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. And that's kind of like, and to use your word, it's kind of corny, but that's just kind of how I think as well. That's one of the mantras that I live my life by. Just, so it's no mistake that you say that, just being determined to,
to succeed.
Absolutely. That's super, super important. And I'm glad that you realize that Normandy had a very instrumental impact with helping you, kind of get that firm foundation. Do you see yourself moving up in management, or are you going to continue to stay on the front lines and, battle the fires like you've been doing in the past?
Yeah, as of now, I don't see me doing anything different. But I mean, if doors open for me to do something different, then of course.
That was going to be my next question, follow-up question. Are there opportunities for, you're a young African-American guy. Do you see opportunities for that happening for, people of color, for yourself?
Yeah, despite the things that's going on in society right now, I can say that I could see myself at a higher rank in a few years or so, you know. But I'm a man of many talents. I mean, I do so many different things, and there's so many different things that I want to put my hands into before the good Lord calls me home. So, yeah.
Okay. So let's go ahead and get into one of the things that you talked about that you love in doing. You said you're a track coach, and so
Yes.
you kind of refer to that as what do we say? I think I called it Flash, right?
Yes.
Where did the name Flash come from?
That started from Inglewood Christian School.
Okay.
We had a track team there when I was at Inglewood. I ran for a little bit while I was there. I really wish Normandie would have had a track team or a track club, something of the sort, because the stuff that I find out now, coaching, I just wish, different folks had different conversations back then. But it's all cool, But no, I've been coaching now since my daughter was 5 years old, and she's 13 now, and she's about to be on her last season in her track club as a youth before she goes off to high school next year.
Got you. Please excuse the background. We're filming in a kind of populated area, and so our studio is adjacent to the streets, and so you might hear some cars going by or maybe cars doing donuts. So please forgive the extra noise that you might hear in the background. So let me ask you, did you get into track coaching because of your daughter, or was that something that you naturally kind of gravitated to as just to do something different with your daughter?
Track, I've always loved track. It's in my DNA. Like, I got family members on my Jamaican side that ran. I got family that ran on my Belizean side. So that's just instilled in me. But as far as me being a track coach, that's just something I always wanted to do. I love the youth.
Yeah.
I love giving back to them. Like, I love the youth like crazy. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Me giving back to the youth touches my heart in so many different ways. Even my daughter running track. This is her like I said, final season as a youth before she goes off to high school. So it does a lot for me as well. Coaching and then seeing my daughter develop as a track athlete.
Yeah,
most definitely.
Hey, so Tamara Blue says, tell them how good she is. And then she also says Altadena Strong. So she's tapping in on both sides, the firefighter side hashtag Altadena Strong. And then she wants to know, hey, she wants you to speak life, speak some life. And then Jeremiah says, he coached me too. My favorite coach.
Shout out to Jeremiah and Tam. Yes. My daughter, she's one of a kind. Like, I'm gonna say she's better than me, and that's pretty much what I want. She's I don't want to call my daughter a dog, but she's there for sure.
Quick.
She's quick. She's very fast. Like, she beats high school students.
Okay.
So yeah,
that's good.
It's at that level. She's been to the jails twice already.
Okay.
She's a 3-time All-American.
Okay. Come on, you got to speak it up, bro. You be like, hey, I'm repping for my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Don't be.
She's run her favorite event. She runs is the 100 and the 200. She loves relays like crazy. She's a she runs the 4x1. The thing that I'm trying to get her like more involved in, and I'm not trying to force it on her because I don't force anything on her, is the 400 meter. Like, she tries to run away from that as much as possible. Jeremiah, you know what I'm talking about.
Okay, let me ask you real quick. What is the first name of your daughter?
My daughter's name is Kennedy.
Kennedy. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So this might be her right here. She says, or she didn't say anything. She just said, how does she spell her name?
Kenadee.
Yep, this is her.
That's my baby.
So I know you can't see the comments, but
Okay.
she's kind of doing this thing right here. So no, you got to speak that, man. Give her some love. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, baby. Hey, girl. What's going on, girlie?
Now since she's on here, a Kennedy.
Oh, I need some tissue. Hold on.
No, you don't need no tissue.
Just-
Hey, Kennedy, does he know how to coach? Is he a good track coach? Let us know. Let us know in the comments.
Oh boy, yeah, she about to speak. She about to say,
Oh wait, hold on. Let me scroll up. So Octavia Hollins, she says she's got the dog in her, Aaron. LOL. And then Kennedy says for sure. And then Letso Conic, she says Kennedy is so great. Her highlights are fire. And then Tamara says, clock it, Kennedy. So she must be super nice, man. So can we, do you foresee her in maybe 2028 or 2032?
If the Lord, if that's the path that she wants to go on, I'm right there supporting her all 100%, all the way.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, because there's going to be a lot of competitors, especially in high school, and then you got to get through high school, you got college, and so there's a lot of...
And around the 2028, when they come out here to LA, she'll be 16 going on 17.
Yeah, so that she might be a little bit too young for the Olympics, but you think 4 years down the line, you know, if she can get with a good program, a good coach, you know, not saying that you're not going to be involved because parents are always involved, right? But, you know, when she gravitates to high school and college, you know, you'll have more, you know, professional folks or folks who are really into the industry who can, you know, make her that GOAT that you guys are claiming that she is. So super, super nice, Kennedy. I wish you all the luck. Hey, maybe you can come back, and even though you didn't go to NCS, you can come back and, you know, we can do a father-daughter podcast up here. You know, just don't forget about the little people, Kennedy, okay? No, that's super nice, super nice. And then I also want to get into, oh, hold on. Tamara says, the first time I met Aaron during track, and he inspired me to coach. He is great with the kids. So, you know, if I had a hat on, if I had a hat on, man, I tip my hat to you just with your dedication to the kids and track and field. It takes a special person to coach, you know, anything. And so super, super dope, super proud of you being able to get out there and do what you do. Roderick Hawkins, he says, speak the truth. And then Jeremiah also says, he is one of the best, believe. So y'all are making me a believer.
I appreciate you guys.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so let's transition, man, because, you know, you got the name Flash, you know, because, you know, you just don't become Flash if you're not fast, right?
That name is earned for sure.
Absolutely. And it's super, super dope that you passed that on to your daughter. So we're in our third segment, and I want to talk about community, culture, and service. So I have a couple of questions for you as well. And like you said, you have roots in both Belize and Jamaica. How has your heritage shaped who you are today?
Tremendously.
Okay, tell us about it.
Both of my parents come from a third world country.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you don't know what a third world country is, I advise you to go look that up.
Yeah.
But no, both of my parents had it hard growing up, especially my mom. So ain't nothing out here just about to be handed to you. You got to get out here and earn every single thing that you get in life.
Yeah, yeah.
That's for sure. Yeah. Yeah. That right there is a.
It's a pretty good question, but I mean, you're thinking about your parents and what it took for them to survive in the environment that they survived in, and so now you know, it's kind of reminiscent. I was driving today and I heard of a soundbite about Cardi B and how she wanted how she wants her kids to be better
than her.
Yeah. And that's always the parental mindset, or it should be the parental mindset. You know, I want my kids to do better than me, even though, I'm all right. I'm all right. But I want them to, look at the dedication that it took for me to get where I am. And I want them to be in the same mindset of working hard. Dedication is going to get you to where you want. And so for you, sir, I'm sure you were thinking about the struggle that they went through.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
And how you didn't want to struggle for yourself or for your legacy coming up behind you, correct?
That's true. Yes. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Now, as a kid, did you visit some of those? Did you visit Belize and Jamaica?
Oh, yeah. My passport is marked up for sure. Belize was first destination on the list. Growing up, I went to Belize. I don't know.
Okay.
I can't even count on my hands I can't count on my hands how many times I've been to Belize already, but probably more than 12 times already.
Okay.
In my 36 years of life.
Okay.
Jamaica, I've been there like at least 3 times already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, Jamaica is super nice. We've gone to Montego Bay. Haven't been to Kingston, but Mo Bay is pretty nice. We go out there and hang out.
Check out Ocho Rios.
Yes, absolutely. The place of 8 rivers, Ocho Rios. So yeah, super nice. And my wife and I, we want to take the kids back to Belize and have a good time. All right. So firefighters are known for their cooking and kitchen skills, right? What's your go-to Caribbean dish to cook? Because I heard that you know how to throw down a little bit in the kitchen. That's what I heard.
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Cook. I love cooking. I love the kitchen. My favorite thing to make would probably be jerk chicken and oxtails.
Oh,
Those are my 2 go-tos for sure. That some rice and peas, some plantain. Yeah, that's definitely my go-to.
man, listen, we got this place in Inglewood called Little Belize.
Okay,
And
I've been there
Yeah.
a couple times.
And when we went there the last time, we just had, it was my 25th wedding anniversary. We took about 30 of us. So we invited some friends to come travel and hang out with us as we, celebrate our 25th wedding anniversary. Man, we came back. We were just fiending for some Belizean food, man. I mean, and oxtails, man, and the rice and peas. Oh,
To die for.
fried jacks.
Oh, yeah,
What
can't
you know
forget
about a
the
fried jack?
Can't forget about the fried jack, man.
Listen, if y'all ain't had a fried jack, you haven't lived. So here's the thing, and I know this is not about me, but it's more about you, but I'm gonna just share this. So my mom lives with us, and her caregiver is from Belize.
Oh, wow.
And so every now and again, she's cooking up fried jacks. And so recently she started stuffing the fried jacks with egg and bacon and
that's
little
top
cheese.
tier. That's top tier right there.
Man, y'all's fried jacks are super, super nice. Bonita Maisha, she says oxtails are fire. And I guess she's talking about your oxtails, sir.
Well, she hasn't had mine.
Oh.
Just as yet.
Okay,
She will soon though.
she will soon. Okay.
She will soon.
Okay, no, that's cool. So, do you cook while you're in the firehouse? Now, do you cook for your the other guys, the men who are with you, or how does that kind of work? I've always wondered about the meals and how does one, get that job of preparing meals for the rest of the gang.
Well, of course, if you're on duty, it switches off. It varies.
Do you be like, hey, I got it today, or is it like
or sometimes we just put money in like a hat, a shoe, a fireman shoe,
a boot?
Yeah, anything that we can find, we stuff money in it. We go to the grocery store and then we just buy food.
Absolutely.
Yeah, everybody digs in. Sometimes I'm barbecuing on the grill.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm making shrimp Alfredo. But everything has to be fast paced. Everything because
you never know.
Yeah, we gotta be on go.
Man, listen, I'm gonna have to come out there. Where's your station? He said
Station 94 in Woodland Hills.
I know where Woodland Hills is. Is that near El Camino Real, the high school?
Yeah, not too far away.
Okay. Is it near Chaminade?
Yeah, it might be a little bit closer.
Okay. See, I know my way around LA.
Definitely closer to that.
I might have. Hey, I got your number now. I might have to. Hey, bro, you got some oxtails on deck? What's going down? What's going on?
I got you anytime.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the little thing that Darren told me about at NCS. Hopefully, we can still have that Cause I was gonna make some Jamaican food for that event. So
Yeah, Darren, it's gonna happen one day. It was supposed to happen this summer.
it's all good.
I don't know.
All
I
in
don't know
due
what happened.
time.
Man, I like that mindset. All in due time. I was gonna throw him some shade, but I'm not because
cool.
you said all in due time. Absolutely. Okay. I think Darren has told me that you went back to NCS to volunteer. You talked about you kind of walked around a little bit, and you kind of wanted to help with that sprinkler and fire safety checks. What motivates you to kind of give back like that?
I just have a big heart. I get that from my mom. Anything that just anybody in general, even the folks that's watching right now, they could speak for me. Like I'm just a very helpful person. I love helping out any way I can. You know, sometimes that gets me in trouble, but hey, you live and you learn. But I could definitely say I love helping and just giving back in general. Just like with me coaching track, that's my way to giving back to the youth.
Absolutely. Ruby BG says, I'm so proud of the man you are and everything you're working toward. Keep going. We right here cheering you on every step of the way. Now, who was Ruby BG?
Ruby. You said Ruby B.
Yeah, Ruby. Ruby?
Okay, but you said, what's the last name?
BG.
Okay, well, the BG's throwing me off right now.
Do you know somebody named Ruby?
I know a couple people named Ruby, so that's why I'm kind of confused right now. What the BG part is?
Hey, man, listen. If I could have you come over here and look at my comments, BG, sir. But it's all good. She just says, hey, she's proud of you.
If she's saying she's proud of me, I'm trying to. That might be my cousin in damn Jamaica right now. I don't damn know.
Okay.
I wouldn't shoot.
It's all good, man. They just giving you props.
I appreciate it. I appreciate all the love and all the support. I appreciate it. I truly do.
Yeah. My friend Daryl, who's in studio, he says, still sounds good.
That sound good.
It's on lockdown. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Daryl. I appreciate it. All right, so let's go ahead and run through, man. What does community mean to you?
Community.
Yeah.
So many different things.
I mean, you have your hands in firefighting and track coaching and cooking. I mean, just, working with your daughter. What does community mean to you? Give me one word that describes how you feel about your community.
Community. Well, I don't know, because it's just like the state of society right now got me like on the fence.
Yeah.
But I mean, I do love my community. I especially love my Black community.
Yeah.
I just wish we would do better as a whole.
Yeah.
I'll say that much. I ain't gonna go too much into that, but
okay.
I just wish us as Black people would just support each other a little bit more than we do.
Okay, good. Let's look at reflections and legacy. Okay. When you look back at your journey at NCS to now, what stands out the most? And I know you kind of talked about foundation, but just thinking back upon your journey, what stands out to you the most?
My journey from now to
yeah, just your journey. What kind of stands out? Nothing.
I mean, I don't know.
I got you.
Yeah,
cat got you, Chug?
Yeah, for real. At this moment in time, you do.
Okay, so here, as you think about that, let's think about what advice would you give a young student at NCS who had a big dream like you did?
Okay.
If NCS was as significant as it was when you were a kid growing up and attending, what would you say to that kid if you had to come back to a career day? What words would you say to help uplift? Because you talked about our community. You wish we could be stronger together a little bit more. So thinking about a young man, a young girl, what would you say to them in terms of dreaming big like you did when you were a young lad, dreaming about becoming a firefighter?
Just keep your foot on the throttle. Life have so many different ups and downs and obstacles that you're gonna have to go through. But as long as you have a clear mind and you keep your goals at at reach. Back to that goes back to what I said earlier. You can do anything. You can do anything, for sure.
Okay. Talking about legacy, how do you want to be remembered as both as Flash and as Aaron Robinson? I know this. I know this kind of. Man, I mean, we're talking about legacy. What do you want people to say about you? As you become older. We don't necessarily have to get so morbid about in terms of death or whatever, but just how do you want to be remembered?
I'll just say a kind-hearted soul that just wanted to see everybody reach their full potential in life. Even though you can't save everybody, but I did my best to my due diligence to at least try to help them try to reach their goal, or I was an inspiration. That's my big thing, is to being an inspiration to inspire others.
Listen, your friend Jeremiah, he's tapped in. He said he's always helping and lending a handout. So you're always there, willing to help your fellow man, and so it sounds like you're a man of service, right? Because you're out on the front lines battling fires. You're helping people understand the mechanics of running. And from what your comments and friends have been saying, you're pretty good at it, right? And then, you have expertise in serving delicious delicacies.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
So, I mean, what Jeremiah is saying, it must be true, right? I don't know you, didn't meet you until like 15 minutes before we went live. And so, I'm just happy to be excited and, like I said, honored at the top of the show that you're here because, your accolades, they precede you. And so, your friends are stepping out, friends and family are stepping out and, giving you high fives and everything else. So you're definitely a man of integrity. So continue the good work, man. We got a few more questions. So the call to action, any final words, anything you want to share? We've been going strong, man, for about an hour and 2 minutes.
Oh, wow. I haven't seen nowhere. I've just been talking away. All right.
Man, it's all good. Now, let me ask this question. Have you ever been on a podcast before?
No, this was my first podcast, and I'm not going to lie. I was nervous as can be driving here.
Hey, man.
I made a couple phone calls. I'm like, I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Everybody like, just calm down. Just be yourself. Be natural.
Absolutely.
And, everything will come.
Absolutely. And
it worked.
Yeah, it worked. And I like the way that, your community showed up and represented for you as well. So now I do have one graphic that I wanted to go back to, and I think we talked about it. You kind of showed it on your shirt. I see it right there on your shirt. And let's see if I can find it right here. It's this one. We can probably kind of wrap up maybe talking about this particular graphic that you sent me. It's the button that you have on. I know you can't see my screen, but you have several people on the button, and I actually have one here in studio. So just in case you're worrying or wondering what I'm talking about, it's this button right here. So go ahead and talk about why you have selected or put in Love and Memory NCS Legends. Just go ahead and talk about them for a little bit. Okay.
Well, I don't want to be biased, so please forgive me. But I would consider these are my favorites, and then as well, they're no longer with us. So this is just a way of me paying tribute to the folks that took care of me as a little boy. Miss Davis, that's my kindergarten teacher. She started me off. I got Miss Jackson on there. That's my sixth grade teacher. Finished NCS with her. And then we got Miss Quick on here, and then we also have Miss Hudson. Also two of my other favorites. Just in general, they always just looked out for me, giving me little snacks here and there. I had asthma at the time, so I was always at the office. I forgot what that was. Another little area right next to Miss Quick office. That was where we used to have to go. So they used to have my inhaler and stuff in there. So every time I'm in there, hey Miss Quick, you need any help? You need me to do anything? So even from then, I always been the one that want to help out. So Normandie was I say it began with me wanting to help out a whole lot. I wanted to really I always wanted to just do anything I can to help out always. But yeah, this button is pretty much a dedication and a tribute to the ones that are no longer with us.
There you go. All right, looks like my camera cut out, but that's fine. Okay. It's all good. Man, I appreciate you being here. Let me see if I appreciate you being here, sir. And, you know, super dope guest. I really appreciate you hopping in and coming through and just sharing all of your insights. And so we've got a couple of closing comments here. That's a Conic says, always shown leadership, come through for his folks, and a rare breed. And then, you know, they also threw up a heart emoji. So super, super nice, man. I appreciate you.
I don't know if y'all can see me, but I appreciate all the love. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I know this was like last moment, but I appreciate you guys.
Hey, man, no, I appreciate you. And again, I'm honored that you came through and chilled out with us. Do me a favor. Any last words? I know visually they can't see you, but they can definitely hear you. Okay. So let me go ahead and put it on the screen. I think my battery was telling me, hey, dude, I'm about to take a little snooze. So so let's go ahead. They still can hear you. Okay. They can't see you. But what would you like to say to your viewers or to anyone who's watching as we close up the show?
To everyone that came out to support me tonight, I love each and every one of you. I appreciate your support, and I appreciate you guys for watching. This is just the beginning. We got big stuff in store, so just stay tuned.
Absolutely. Ms. Parker. Ms. Parker says, I am so proud of you, Aaron. So that's super nice.
Appreciate it.
Drop her comment right there on the screen. And man, it's been super dope meeting you, man. You know,
likewise.
Sometimes, you know, when El Presidente, you know, sends me a guest, I'm like, okay, who you sending me, man? Nah. But, you know, hey, just happy that you came through and, you know, the traffic, you know, that LA traffic, it is what it is.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But man, I appreciate you coming through, man, and just hearing about your story. And you're definitely one of NCS best in the West students, and so just appreciate you hopping on tonight, man. Do me a favor, and everyone knows all about this. Just hang out in the green room. Let me close up the show.
Gotcha.
And then we'll chop it up a little bit. Then we can get out of here and hit the traffic again. But again, I appreciate you, Aaron Robinson, for joining us tonight.
Likewise.
All right, guys. So there he goes. There I go. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. So another wonderful show tonight, man. Just super nice to meet this young man. He has this, you know, he has a clear path, a foundation. NCS has kind of give him what he needed to continue as a firefighter, as a track coach, as a father. Super dope guy, and like I said, man, he doesn't look like a firefighter, but man, he is. We got the graphics to prove it, and so you know, just appreciate him again for hopping on and tuning in. So other than that, guys, I don't have any other person to hop on, but I will tell you, we really want you to like, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Let me post our social